Good afternoon, everybody. Rusty Blackwood here, and I would like to welcome you once again to my loft on this International Women's Day 2023. Hey, ladies, it's our day to shine. I think we shine every day, but today has been designated for quite some time now to be International Women's Day. And I shared a meme this morning on my Facebook, on my personal Facebook, I believe, that said that women are either it said that women are the main or the ultimate architects. And we are, when you think about it, because without us, life does not go on. And so in that respect, I applaud all of us for a job well done. And of course, you know I'm talking about women who have had children, brought children into the world. And but all women, I don't care whether you have had a child, birthed a child, or whether you haven't, be proud of your sexuality and your gender, and celebrate it, not only today but every day of the year, because you are special. And so today, I had forgotten that today was International Women's Day, and so, because I hadn't planned to come back to do a video until St. Patrick's Day, which is coming next week, and but when I realized that it was International Women's Day, and me being a female writer, author, I thought, well, hey, I better come on here and speak about it, and do a little video in honor of this very, very unique and special day. And so, redeem myself in the eyes of maybe some that, had I not done this, that would probably wonder, like, where are you? It's just like, why weren't you there on International Women's Day to have something to say? So here I am. And so, and of course, today is March 8th, 2023. It is a beautiful day here in Niagara. Once again, our skies are totally clear of cloud. Beautiful blue sky. The sun is just beaming down. The snow, what is left of it, is quickly disappearing away. And which is a good thing, because I did hear there's a possibility that there could be more snow come on Friday, but we'll wait and see and worry about that if and when it comes. And so I was thinking, like, when I decided that I was going to come and do a video today, that I had mentioned the other day about my late friend, photographer Sam Restivo, and I was talking about one of the shoots that we did where it was in competition, and with the grand prize, had he won, the grand prize was a trip, all paid, all expense paid trip for two to Greece and to tour the Grecian Islands. And of course, when Sam had found out about that, I remember his eyes lit, the whole room lit up, because he was so excited, and he said, "Come on," he said, will you help me do it? Will you help me enter the contest? And will you do whatever I ask of you to do? And so I had said, well, sure, I think that would have been great to be able to have gone to Greece and toured the islands with Sammy. And but of course, as I said, it didn't come to pass for us. And I can't tell you who won it, but whoever did win it, even yet, after all these years, congratulations, because that was no small feat. And but Sam did win and was given an honorable mention, which in itself, when you're in a competition like that, with the amount of entries that you're up against, to be given an honorable mention is no small feat. And so, and I went through and I found the photograph. Now, this is only a proof. I don't have the finished one, of course. Sam's wife would have that, I'm sure, put away with his portfolios of his different shoots that he had done. And I'm quite certain she has the finished photograph of this because of the honorable mention that I spoke about. So I'm going to hold it up to the camera here. Now remember, this is a proof. What Sam would have entered after editing, I saw it, and it was just perfect. As you'll notice, it's a see-through blouse. I'll try to get it so there's not a horrible glare here, but you can sort of see, get a drift when I spoke about my hair flying to make it look like a hat. And you can just see here, I'll do it with this finger, here, the bottom of my arm, up under my hair, and the fan was down here blowing. Let me see, we're backwards here, was on this side down bear with me, down here blowing upwards toward me underneath here. And I'm sitting on a bench, and this is in black and white, of course, and this is what he entered. Was just an extremely colored, or I shouldn't say extremely colored, extremely pastel. For Sam he would colorize his stuff. He would paint it, and he would add a little bit of color to his black and whites. And that blouse was a very, very pale lavender georgette. So it was a very fine fabric, and it was sort of see-through. And here you can sort of see my bra straps. But in editing, that was removed, and it was cropped a little bit better, so you didn't really see my jeans. It was sort of cropped across about here. So you saw pretty much just my back and the upper portion of my arm. But he concentrated more so right here on this area here to give that effect of this woman wearing this enormous hat, where in fact it was just hair. And so I think I'm very pleased to have done that with him, and to have helped him achieve the look that he was after. And I just remember we had a lot of fun doing it, and that in itself was one of my best memories. Not just the fact of the photograph and how far what it brought him, but to be able to do this, because he had a fantastic eye for the subject and the topic that he was trying to achieve and capture. And he knew his angles to best take a shot from that would enhance the model's features the best that he could. And so that is a photograph that I spoke about the other day. And so I'm glad that I remembered to get it out to show you. And so now you've seen the finished product. And so today I released a press release speaking about the um, official theatrical trailer for Return to Autumn Part 1. It has been out making the rounds. It's doing very, very well. And I want to thank each of you for subscribing to my YouTube channel and for the many views you've given and the likes that you've given to help grow my channel. So thank you. Thank you so very, very much. I've been waiting for that for a very, very long time. And you know, with some help from some marketing people, helped me to be able to celebrate that and see it. I'm just fiddling with my chords here, and you will hear, I'm sure, in the background some growling and some meowing. And for those of you that have watched some of my videos, you will see that it is the cat George, the new YouTube star George, that debuted here a few weeks ago on my YouTube channel. So he may pop into the screen at any given moment. So if he does, you will know who it is. So I'm just have wet my whistle here and have a little bit of coffee. So cheers, everybody. So as I said, today I released, my marketing rep and publicist and producer released the official press release for the trailer, and speaking about the book itself, which is doing very, very well. Reviews are starting to come in for it, and which, you know, I'm very pleased about. I always, an author, that is one of the things that all authors look forward to getting. You know, of course, the higher rating in stars, the better. I have been getting these reviews, are 5-star reviews, and of course, you know, I'm very, very pleased, and I'm very humbled by that. But just to get feedback on my efforts and what I put into my books, hopefully to bring entertainment to y'all out there. And so it's good to get a review and get the feedback from that particular reviewer and their take on the story and how they perceived it and how they enjoyed it and how they speak about it in their review. And so I had one reviewer from India review it for me, and his review, he gave me 5 stars, but his review, I don't know whether it is the difference in our languages and the perception of English when it comes to another country and the way they understand English, but some of the phrases in his review were a little different. I don't want to say I don't want to speak negatively of it. Excuse me, my tongue is tied here. Because it was not that. It was just the way he phrased some of the things that he wanted to say about certain sections that sort of grabbed his attention while he was reading the book, and in his review, the way he expressed it. And so on my official website, rusty-blackwood.com, where I list my different reviews for each of the titles that I've done, if you go to Return to Autumn Part 1, you will see the reviews that so far that have come in, and I've posted them there and listed them on Return to Autumn Part 1's page. And so I speak about this review, and I said that I would paraphrase in places, in brackets, beside some of these different explanations, because anybody that would be reading it that is not Indian to begin with may not understand what it is that he is trying to say. And so, and I didn't want anybody confused or put off or anything like that. So I went and I paraphrased beside what it is that he is meaning when he's referring to something in the book, so that you do get the meaning if you're totally confused by what the reviewer has said. And so I just felt that that was very important to clarify that. And so I hope that I managed to do that all right. Excuse me here. I've got, as usual, phlegm in my throat. I really don't know what this is. Quite some time ago, not long after COVID started, I think I had gotten COVID, and I never went to find out for sure, because I do not, as you all know, I am not sucked in by all that was going on, like so many people that weren't at the time and since have found out. And there definitely was a virus released that was tweaked or whatever was done to it to make people sick, and some worse than others, depending on their level of health to begin with, and their age, of course. And so I do think, because beforehand I never had this ongoing buildup of phlegm in my throat, and that just does not seem to go away. And so, but then again, a lot of things are hereditary, and I remember my mother, as my mother got older, quite a bit older than me at the time that I am now, that I noticed that she had started building a lot of that in her throat, and she couldn't get rid of it. And so it could be a bit of both. It could be the fact that it's just something that's passed down now to me, or it could have been the remnants of COVID, whichever, I don't know. But so I cope with it, and I have no choice. But it is very aggravating, and when you're talking away, and then all of a sudden your throat sort of, it's like closes off a little bit, like you get this excess phlegm all of a sudden is there, or this substance, and it can make you start to cough, or it can all of a sudden your voice is just it's just clouded and gone, and until you take a drink of something, and then it clears it away, and then you're good to go again. And so but I'll tell you, it is bloody aggravating, to say the least. And I hope that with time that this is going to get better. But I mean, if it doesn't, I'll cope with it the best I can, and that's all you can do. I think everybody is their own doctor nowadays. In fact, I think if they're not, they should be, because I never have been one to jump right into, if a doctor prescribed something, a drug, to take it and not question what it is, what's it made out of, what's the side effects, why do I have to take this, type of thing. Now, mind you, if you've got an infection, then by all means you have to take penicillin to get rid of an infection. If it gets bad enough, if your antibodies can't handle it, then, and it becomes like a full-blown infection, well then, of course, you have to take an antibiotic that is definitely penicillin based. And but other than that, I am a firm believer in nature and nature providing everything we need for whatever we need it for. And I think that the more you study herbs and plants and learn what they are for and what they can do, the better off you are. Apply that to yourself. Apply that to your own health, and not be so quick to run to medical doctors nowadays for every little thing. I mean, learn to take care of yourself, and because when it boils right down to it, in the end, you only have yourself to count on, and to do what you can to help yourself. And so anyway, what else was I going to talk about today? Are you coming over, George, to say hello? Come here. George, come here. Come and say hello. Come and say hi. Come on. Come here. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Here is George again. There he is. You going to say hello? Say hi. This boy he's such an enjoyment. He really, really is. So I'll let him go. Yeah. Oh, he has so much fun. And I have so much fun watching him. He's not my cat, as I've said in the video where I introduced him, that he belongs to my youngest granddaughter, who lives here in the house with me and her dad and her mother. And so I mean, I'm not responsible for him financially or anything like that, but he just spends a lot of time here up in the loft here with me, and I just adore him. And he's got a great personality. He's gentle. I mean, he's a little hellion. He's just into everything from the time he wakes up till the time he goes back to sleep again. But you know that, I mean, he's still a kittenish. He's not yet a year old, and he is he's twice the size or more than when he first came here, and he's still growing. So I expect, he's a male, and so they do grow much larger than females, and but I love males, animals, of any kind of animal. I just find them to be easier to train. They seem to listen better to a person that's talking to them, especially when you're trying to train them, and the rapport that you have with them. I like the males better. I just find that they're more receptive to a female. Now, I can't speak for a man with a male animal. I don't know, but speaking as for a female, I just find them so much easier to control and to teach, and to just have that rapport with them. And so I'm glad George came back up, so you got to see him again, and so George is still here. He's still goofing around here, and now he's laying down and he's going to have a cleanup, so that's fine. And so I'm not going to continue much on with this video. As I say, I wanted to come on and wish all the ladies a very happy International Women's Day, and Women's Day, Woman's Day, I guess however you want to pronounce it, and also talk a bit about the press release that went out this morning. Check my website, check my other media sites. They're all listed on my Rusty Blackwood Facebook or Rusty Blackwood website, my official website, and all my different media sites are listed on there, so you can have direct links to them and go there and check out what I'm posting. I try to stay up to date as much as I possibly can whenever something new comes out or something's going to be going on, and I post it up for everybody to see, and so that they can keep up with what's going on. And I quite like doing these videos now, as opposed to the newsletters I used to do at the end of the month, which was just simply text and the odd photograph that I would put in, and to keep it interesting and things like that. But to be able to sit and do a video, a live video, and be able to speak to the camera and know that you're just on the other side of the screen, I don't know, maybe to me, maybe it's a little bit more personal, a little bit more intimate that way, where you're getting, how do they say it, news from the horse's mouth, this type of thing. And so but I enjoy it, and I'm getting more easy with it, a little bit more comfortable than when I first started doing these videos. And maybe because I know that maybe there's more people starting to actually watch them, and whether they watch them all the way through or not, but at least they're tuning in. And for that, thank you very much. I am very, very grateful for that and very appreciative of that. And so I'm going to go and wish you, it is just past 12:30 here, and so there's the whole afternoon to go, and evening, and or wherever you are, if you're on many hours ahead, then it's nighttime and you're moving on to sleeping hours or whatever. But I hope you've had a great day. I hope you will have a great day. And I will be back next week with my St. Patrick's Day video, and I do hope you'll watch for that. And I do hope that you will like this video. Please comment it if you would. Share it on if you would be so kind, and continue to subscribe to my channel, and keep it moving around the internet. So thank you so very much. God's blessings to each of you out there, and I will be back again soon to talk with you all. Have a good one. Bye for now.